Yeah, I didn't hit the recording button. All right.
Yay.
Well, we won't play the opening videos then. We'll just do the intro. Once again, to episode 293. I am the host that keeps screwing things up, Circuit Main. We are here to bring you all of the fun and frivolity of the Brony community for this week. Of course, I am not doing it alone because heaven help me if I actually tried to do anything by myself. I have with me a wonderful cavalcade of great panelists here, starting, of course, with the famous, wonderful, anime-driven, video game playing, crazy nut job of an insurance agent, Suki-sama.
Close, but no, I'm not an agent. Fuck getting those licenses. anyway,
Well,
anyway, yeah, I fully admit I might pass out tonight. Like, legitimately, I may actually pass out during the show.
oh wow.
I don't know. It's just one of those days.
No, I feel yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I did not go into work at all today. I just called in saying wasn't feeling well, went back to sleep, and woke up 5 hours later. I I've just been kind of like slightly exhausted all day. I haven't done anything. In fact, the most gaming I ever did, everybody just saw on the pre-show there, which luckily I guess hasn't been recorded, so nobody will ever see that. It will be
What?
um it will be
That
brought. Hold on, come on, man. It will be talked about throughout history. The time that that Circuit Main actually had a moment of awesomeness, and it was never recorded, only to be spread word of mouth until it becomes a slight reminiscence of something or other and stuff. But yeah, they were playing them's fighting herds, and I crashed their party a little bit. That was fun. Anyway, if you couldn't tell, the person jumping in there, we also have Toakoi.
Hello, and boss, you know the only way you can really get rid of me is if you somehow ban my IP address.
He's probably right. And we also have joining us Deathlight Productions, the great voice actor.
Hey, how's it going?
And we also have Tech Stallion, who is also suffering.
Hey. oh, sorry.
Well, part of my problem is I read 20,000 words over the weekend, so that's about 6 hours worth of audio I need to shuffle through this week.
Oh, wow.
What? Then someone should have to say in a month.
But yes, we're here to bring you all the fun and silliness of the Brony community for this week, and we do got quite a bit of it to talk about. Of course, what better way to start off than to give us a nice little warm-up by talking about our daily lives with a little bit of What's Up, Brony? And I guess I'll go ahead and start off the bat here because more than enough people already know about this going on. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday. I have survived another year on the planet Earth, despite best attempts.
Oh, happy birthday, then.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm slightly older and I don't want to be. I'm slightly wiser, apparently. It's kind of hard to tell, really, to be honest. They say I'm supposed to be older and wiser. I think I'm just a bigger smartass that happens to be having more facial hair. Anyway, but along with that, there really hasn't been much going on. We've just been trying to get through the winter. Unfortunately, we finally got hit with a winter storm last week, and it continued on throughout this week. Well, so far, we got plenty of snow on the ground. Apparently, more snow to come at the end of the week. Supposedly, I'm not exactly holding my breath either way, but we'll see what goes on from there. Anywho, so anybody else have any What's Up Brony that they want to throw out there?
Well, like I said, I gone through 20,000 words over the weekend, and now I was working and it closed the wrong file, so I lost an hour and a half of the progress.
Oh, wow. Ow.
Because it didn't save anything. I was so pissed.
Jeez, I would be too. That sucks, man. Sheesh. So just gotta get back right on the horse there, I take it? And no, the pun wasn't intentional.
Yeah, well, I'm already back on it, and I might be able to get this chapter posted today at a reasonable hour.
There's hope at least.
Well, for me, it's a reasonable hour. It's like, yeah, sometimes post things at 10 at night. Big deal.
All right, and anybody else want to jump in on a little bit of the What's Up Brony bandwagon?
I've been saying this, and I'll say it until the cows come home. I love The Greatest Showman. It is a good musical. You should buy it on DVD when it's out and see it in theaters if you can.
Anybody else? All right, well, since he brought it up here, speaking of cows coming home, if you couldn't tell from the pre-show, which I'd be really surprised if you couldn't, but I'll give you the benefit of a doubt. Them's Fightin' Herds has now been officially released on Steam. Of course, as some of you may have already been remiss to notice, the official version that is out right now is a pre-release. Unfortunately, a few days before the official release, some hiccups happened, namely the couple of people involved with the actual story mode had some major real-life events happen that unfortunately took them away, and they could not finish the story mode in time. So instead of delaying the release of the game further, they decided to release it in a pre-alpha release, quote unquote, on Steam. So it is basically, in their terms, at a 0.95%, well, 0.95 version, almost 100% complete. They're just missing a few things that will be added in later, but for the most part, it is now out, and officially released, and it is a lot of fun. Granted, that was the first time I playing on the pre-show that I actually managed to do some damage. But otherwise, it's actually I've done okay. I'm not a big fighting game person. I am not. Most of my fighting game experience comes to button mashing in a general way that I think is going to do something. Seriously, the only thing I've mastered is I'm doing Ryu's Hadouken, and I do that for every damn fighting game. And oddly enough, that's in every game. You master Ryu's Hadouken, you pretty much got a moveset for somebody in some fighting game.
How about Dark Souls?
That's not a fighting game.
Yeah, it is. You're fighting big old scary things.
No, that is a survival horror game. We all know it's survival horror. We all know it's survival horror because you are stripped of nothing. Your weapons do crap. The moment you die, you lose everything precious to you. You don't lose the weapons and armor. That's not precious. No, the souls are the precious thing.
They make your weapons and armor better.
Have you ever played the first game and just killed the Black Knight? That sword will last you the rest of the game.
If you ever get it.
That's what I do every time I play the game, is I kill him. The first thing, and then
but
I immediately do like 200 damage.
But isn't it a random drop item?
Not the first guy. I've killed him 3 different times, 3 different playthroughs, and got the sword every time.
Huh, fair enough.
RNG is in your favor.
Any case, getting back on track to actual games that involve equines or things of a four-footed nature. You know what? I'll go with that. Four-footed nature. Them's Fightin' Herds is officially released. It is good. It works. It's actually gotten really good reviews. Apparently, 2 best friends also played it, and they had some fun with it as well.
They even called out Two Snacks.
And you can get it for...
They even called out Two Snacks going, hey, Two Snacks, when you make this, have some fun with it.
Of course, Two Snack is going to do something with it. Sorry, you were jumping in there?
And you can get it for the low price of $15.
Too rich for my blood.
$15 is too rich. Well, I think I can probably incentivize you a little bit. We are planning on doing, at the suggestion of one of my friends, Creature, we are actually, it's not just $15, it's right now a promotional for $11.24, 25% off till March 8th. So you have a couple weeks.
Still too rich for my blood.
$11.24 is too rich.
I can't even afford a cup of coffee right now.
Good point. I stand corrected. I apologize.
And just to make some of you Utah people unhappy, I don't have anything below 50 as a high until next Tuesday.
Lucky you. I've been walking in negative weather up here.
Anybody
2
else want
miles a
me?
day.
Anybody else want me to ban
Weird
Toa all of a sudden? Anyway, actually,
Go ahead, do it.
no, getting back on track here, but to give a little incentive out there, we are planning on doing a little fight club with this game. We're not doing an official tournament. No, 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 no. That would be a bad idea. Well, no, it'd be a great idea, but not until they get things a little more balanced out. But a fight club, as was suggested by Creature, and I like it. I love the idea. So, a couple of weeks from now, we will be doing an official fight club of them's fight nerds, getting everybody together that has the game, and we'll go brawl each other silly in the pixel lobby for a few hours.
One question: why are you talking about it? Because what is the first rule of Fight Club?
You tell everybody about it because it's a fun thing to do with everybody involved, and you should definitely spread the word. I've seen IT Crowd. I know the workarounds. Seriously, it's kind of sad that
IT, you also know the workaround.
No, but in all seriousness, this fight club, we want to spread the word. Get as many people involved as possible.
So you spread the word to Pop Out Punch.
Anyway, for Chaos Akai, there is already a stretch goal that they met during the Kickstarter to add a 7th GOAT character after the game's release. They will probably be working on that after they get everything else ironed out, but there is plans for future characters to be brought into the game as well.
And technically, since they have like the Panthers and other such predators in the pixel lobby, they do have possibilities for non-black and white, non-shadow versions of said predators.
Well, who knows? If only the game was on console. It might eventually. I mean, Skullgirls started out in Steam only and eventually spread, I think.
I still think it's unbelievable that they got some big name voice actors for that.
I don't think so. I mean, it took a long time for it to get where it was, but it had a lot of backing, and they really wanted to get the product out.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Lord
still.
Miles was attached to it, so it had some weight behind it.
Fair enough. But as I mentioned, the game will be on. It is on sale right now until March 8th. So if you do want to get it for a cheaper price, you definitely want to jump on it now. As for everything else, we will the Pixel we'll call it the Fight Club, the Them's Fighting Club. Ooh, I like that. Them's Fighting Club. Brony Show's official Them's Fighting Club will officially happen in 2 weeks. Not next week, but the week after that. 2 weeks. I believe
so I can do a little mock-up for the title card.
Anyway, the reason I say 2 weeks is, one, it gives people a chance to buy the game or save up to buy the game, and also practice a little bit. Unfortunately, that also means that when we actually start doing the Fight Club, if you haven't bought it by then, the special will be over. You'll have to buy it at normal price, $15. But you have a week and a half to try to get the game and warm up with it a little bit before we do the official Fight Club. So I'm hoping that you guys jump in. The Brony Show Them's Fighting Club. I like it. I'm glad I thought of it immediately.
Really did just think of it out the top of your head.
That's what I tend to do. Everybody should know this by now. I basically do that. Think of this stuff off the top of my head. So, moving right along here with the news. Going on the, let's go into another Kickstarter that should garner attention. Who here has heard Recall the Time of No Return?
I have.
Yep. Those of you who haven't, it is essentially a comic series that has been released every once in a while for several years now in the Brony community. It's been out for a long time. So much, they got 320 pages of this comic. And they have decided they want to do a fundraiser, a crowd fundraiser, to get this completely published into a big old 320-page book to buy.
The comic book, then a graphic novel will definitely work.
Probably more the graphic novel than the comic book in all things, considering 320 pages. But yeah, a 320-page paper book that is being crowdfunded right now for Recall the Time of No Return. It has looked really interesting. I haven't had a chance to actually read it, but I've seen bits of it. It's really got inspired. I like it.
Yeah, I've been following this person for about a year actually, and it's really good story. So
So in all honesty, if you have the money for this, or can save up the money for this, you may be let's see. Sorry, just double checking. I noticed something there that caught my attention. But essentially, they are doing the kick funder. Sorry, I don't know why that came to my brain there. Indiegogo. They're doing an Indiegogo campaign where really the only perk is pretty much a $50 investment into it to get the book when it releases. $50, you get a colored book of the entire comic, which is pretty awesome.
I hope it's hardbacked.
I certainly hope so too. But hi, Crimson, welcome.
I took your advice and joined after I actually looked.
Well, I'm glad you could join us. It's always fun to have the current on
hiatus after party
Thank you,
host.
hiatus after party host joining us for some shenanigans.
And the current super mega way too bloody long hiatus for like 3 years at this point. Host.
Kind of is, isn't it? All right.
I'm ready to not be, but I need the internet that can actually handle it someday.
Well, how about we start making people pay even more of their money, because there's not a lot of news today, but there's a lot of stuff that people that you may be interested in throwing your money at. In this case, a mega compilation album. Ponies at Dawn is releasing the Rebirth album on March the 2nd. Those who don't know about Ponies at Dawn or haven't seen any of the albums before, essentially they release giant collaboration albums with tons of different musicians and artists that come together to make a bunch of music, usually under a theme of both pony and a certain topic. But essentially, this is a lot of music. In this case, they have 68 different tracks that will be released all in one go. Of course, this is going to be a big Bandcamp album that you can buy, and it will probably be name your price. So you could you could pay a single dollar and get the entire thing. 68 album track, or blah. Sorry, I know what words I'm going to say, but my words are not saying.
Having a minor brain malfunction.
Actually, it's because I'm trying really, really hard not to sniffle, sneeze, and do a bunch of other things all at once. So, if you guys will excuse me for a quick moment, I should probably tend to this so I can actually continue to focus again. Go ahead and say hi to the chatters out there real fast. I'll be right back.
Oh, and since you probably won't see this, there is another Fall of Anthropold thing called Equestria Fold. Momentarily, but yeah. Yet, people. It ain't over yet.
Actually, that was going to be one of the things I was going to talk about, so there, I have it up on screen. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, if y'all recall, Circuit and Silent tried to play this game. Well, and the Russian workarounds. But they're trying again, so if you are interested in it, please check it out. If not, off my nose. Back to you, Circuit.
Well, that's all. I don't remember this.
Okay.
Doing your I'm not here phase.
No, I don't really remember anything. I just remember bubbles and me torturing myself on video games on hard mode consistently.
Anybody remember the point of us having to talk about this?
Nah.
All right.
Not even Pepperidge Farm remembers.
All right. Let me jump in on this. Toa didn't exactly give a really good description on this. Yes, this is basically the third in the game series that they have this time it actually involves characters from My Little Pony instead of just being a Pony OC creation of theirs. In this case, you can see it's Applejack running around a mysterious dark world of evil things that want to eat her face. Of course,
That better be buffing action.
in all honesty, it's kind of hard to say. I have tried playing the games here a little bit here and there. They're essentially take the Warcraft 3 engine and do some interesting things with it to make it work. They have gotten better, but at the same time, it's not exactly great. But who knows? This is their third outage on it. They may have actually improved things. I guess we'll find out one way or another.
What you're saying is they're basically doing what I'm doing with writing.
Essentially, yes. But yeah, that is, I have downloaded the game. I am going to be trying out the game. We will probably be doing a Let's Play of it, though granted, with how insane it is, it probably won't be on the Brony Show itself. It'll be its own separate thing. But it is something that we plan on doing. We have planned on doing for some time. I unfortunately keep getting caught up in so many other projects. I'm a man of 1,000 things, and unfortunately all of them are busy.
I know that feeling.
Alright, well, let's go on to the next little thing here. The My Little Pony comic, issue 63, officially is released. The reason I bring this to our attention is because this is actually the most interesting and hilarious comic cover I've seen in a while. Essentially, a bunch of people in Ponyville are trying to ban sugar. Which, of course, means Sugar Cube Corner is the cornerstone of their entire, not exactly boycott, but what's the term I want to use? Well, maybe boycott is it, or protest. Thank you, brain. Protest. And, of course, it gives us the saddest Pinkie Pie we have ever seen in our lives, right there at the bottom.
A little fun history fact, there's a character based on the woman who is from Kansas that basically would hatchet doors and break liquor for prohibition.
Actually, considering that it's a newcomer that comes to Ponyville that starts to try to ban sugar because they believe that sugar does horrible things. In fact, another comic cover, which it looks like it's a alternate cover, which is a fun little tribute to those kind of like anti-drug posters or anti-drinking posters. Toothaches, belly aches, aches, and aches. What could be the culprit? Sugar! Use your smarts, don't eat tarts.
Well,
This really reminds me of that one Simpsons episode where Springfield actually banned sugar and Homer did not take it so well.
Did Springfield ban sugar?
all I'm imagining is Pinkie Pie on sugar withdrawal
Oh boy.
and the world.
Oh boy.
Oh
Well,
boy.
that-
I wonder what that would be like.
Yeah.
The
But
shit's a fix.
But yeah, this basically is a knock on the whole idea on the whole prohibition idea, except with sugar. I am going to play a little bit of devil's advocate, though, if people can't differentiate reality from fiction. Yeah, a little sugar is not always a bad thing, but too much can be a bad thing. But too much of anything can be a bad thing. You can actually die from too much water.
Yeah, water poisoning.
Yeah. So, yeah, all things in moderation and all that. But otherwise, I do have a hold of this comic over at my local geek store. I am going to be picking it up, reading it, and we may come and review it in the future, which will be fun.
But by the
you then go on to local Kansas history and find out more about the representation so I can come ready.
But by the way, I'm not sure if we were actually looking to find out if this was true, but yes, that actually was the Simpsons episode. Sweets and Sour Marge, 8th episode of the 13th season.
Wow, how did I not forget that one? Actually,
Yeah, Wikipedia is your best friend sometimes.
What season are
They
they?
invite
I-
you to, though.
the trans
Actually, yeah, I was about to say the same thing Chad is saying there with Chaos Kai. King of the Hill episode where they stopped selling trans fat. No, that was American Dad. Because I remember the detective that tried to buy the sandwiches that Steve was transporting around. He's like, Mama, if you can hear me, I really want that sandwich. Just like,
the whole episode is that they apparently they get into the record book for largest human pyramid, but then they also find out that Springfield is the world's most overweight town.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they are the. Didn't the biggest human pyramid actually cause some sort of tectonic shift or something?
It might have
It
or
was
something.
because of It was because of the two bullies not wanting to hold hands.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because of the drop, they ended up causing like the whole butterfly effect with like an earthquake in Italy or some stupid shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, by the way, if you're curious, the Simpsons are currently on season 29.
Really, I thought they'd be in their like mid-30s at this point.
Nope. Let me see. The latest episode to air was, let's see. Oh, wow, they actually took a bit of a hiatus from January to... Yeah, the next episode airs in March, and that will be episode 630.
Shit.
Oh, nice.
Holy smokes.
I would be surprised, but then I remembered, hey, One Piece is getting up there in the what?
We can't compare anime to American cartoons, especially American cartoons that are run by Fox.
And American cartoons that are slice of life rather than overarching stories.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, for crying out loud, Ranma had a several season run. We can't get into that.
Yeah, Ranma was 7.
Yeah.
Ranma was 7 seasons. I used to have all of them on a hard drive.
Damn.
Oh, okay. I should have gone with I should have gone with Detective Conan.
Oh, fuck that show.
It's
I'm
great.
sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? That show was fun at first, and then I'm sorry. You know, that's a plot that didn't need to be repeated over and over and over again for. Oh dear God, what are they on? Like 10, 20 years now?
Practically, but it looks like they may be actually starting to get ready to wrap things up once and for all. Mostly because the mangaka has actually had to go in for surgery because things not going well, and they finally started to reveal who the actual boss of everything is.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother case.
They're almost on episode 800.
Yeah, it's crazy though. I think they actually outpaced the Simpsons at this point.
Episodes 893.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
900.
It's been running to present day since January of 1996. That show's been running for 22 freaking years.
I was watching it on Adult Swim back in the day.
Yeah, seriously, I watched the first season of it. I was like, okay, that's cool. This is a plot that can stop now.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we all heard at that point. Just rancorous laughter. Anyway, getting back on track here because we obviously jumped. Oh wow, I did forget something. Okay, I actually forgot a couple of things. I feel kind of stupid now, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, moving right along here because I can't do anything else. Merchandise. Starting off with something interesting. Apparently, the Interplay's My Little Pony movie trading card value fun pack. It actually has value in it, these are packs that are in Dollar Tree stores apparently. Though I doubt I'll ever find any in my Dollar Trees because those places get destroyed on a daily basis. I could actually bring Blanked in here. Blanked Mind works in Dollar Tree right now, and he could tell you the horror stories. No,
I'm so very sorry.
No, he kind of has mixed feelings about it, but yeah, he's definitely trying to find something better. Essentially,
it's baby Walmart. It's not full-blown Walmart, but it's baby Walmart, which means it's actually easier to handle.
Yeah. But in any case, it looks like it pretty much is exactly what it is in a value pack. You get 3 trading cards, 1 puzzle checklist card, and a fun tattoo card. While the normal cards, you get 6 cards, a tattoo card, a sticker card, and a chance of a foil card as well. So yeah, essentially you get $1. You get them for $1. They don't have all of the packs. You won't be able to get everything to complete the collection. It's actually kind of a rip, in all honesty.
Well, $1 and you get 3 cards versus $4 for 6 cards.
But you can never collect them all. It is literally you are literally being handed the equivalent of common cards, a magic common card pack.
Not necessarily. It doesn't say that there's not a chance to get any kind of foil. It just you're guaranteed a foil on the 6 card pack.
Very well. I shall accept your possibilities. I shall accept your devil's advocacy on this.
Now, to be fair, it's probably going to be harder to pull a rare or a super rare, but it still has a possibility of having them in it. Just not a guaranteed chance.
So everybody, go out to your local dollar store and spend like $30.
If you can. Apparently, they're also near impossible to find. Apparently, this person had to dig around more than a few Dollar Trees just to find them. And the chat room has me incredibly perplexed because somebody said they stopped watching One Piece after Don Flamingo showed up because he was cool. How does that add up?
As
Watching the
in,
show because a really cool character showed up.
Yeah.
no, they're saying they stopped after his stuff. Like, is he still a character? Like, I literally barely watched.
Oh, after Don Flamingo. Did they actually take him out then? Huh.
Is this a spoiler?
It might be, but then again, they're ticking out everybody. I mean, for crying out loud, it's One Piece.
At this point, I mean, come on, it's almost at episode 2000 at this point, isn't it?
Okay, hang on. Wikipedia again.
While he's Wikipediaing it, let's go ahead and move on to the other merchandise. Starting off with locally sourced pony doll heads. I am actually not kidding. This is really, really weird. These were apparently found at a Walmart. They're just pony heads.
Okay. Huh.
Cool.
I guess Detective Conan took some breaks because One Piece, the anime, has been running since October of 1999, 845 episodes.
Well, holy shit.
It's been running 3 years shorter than Detective Conan that has almost the same number of episodes.
Jeez, that would take forever to catch up to.
Well, that's the end of season 1. There's the grand whatever adventure that they're doing right now.
Let's see, seasons 1 through 8, 9 through 14, 15 to current. They're on season 19.
Well, trying to steer this back on track. Good luck.
There is no on track.
I know.
So it's off track.
With other merchandise, we also have a My Little Pony cosmetic mirror with plenty of paint your face pit stuff in it. We also have press-on nails, because that's exactly what you want to get from a dollar store. Press-on nails. These are actually at a store called Dollarama.
It's probably enough.
Now, who wants the My Little Pony Tinker Toys? Those are also at a dollar store. I'm assuming as much. So yeah, the Applejack, Rarity, and Fluttershy Tinker Toys were found at a dollar store or a cheaper store 5 Below.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, not exactly $1 store, but
but everything in the store is supposed to be $5 or less.
yeah, it makes sense with a name like 5 Below.
Yeah.
And for those of you who have a Costco membership and want a reason to abuse it, the My Little Pony Giant Sticker Activity Pad with 1,000 reusable stickers. And apparently has a picture of Flutterpie shipping right there at the top, at the cover. You heard me.
Oh, I need to actually pull the damn thing up. Let's see. Weird. I guess that.
Yep. And also pony mugs. on a Tupperware site. It's actually the same one we talked about last week with the little Tupperware containers. And let's see, there's a Valentine there's a really a Valentine pail. Well, it's a little late now, but there was a Valentine sand pail with Twilight Sparkle and hard candy and stuff over at Target. Good luck finding that now because we're practically in March, in the corner of March now. Of course, if you have a phone, they also have My Little Pony pop sockets over there. I've actually seen a couple of phones with these. Essentially, you stick them on the back of your phone, and it's like a weird little thing that you stick between your fingers so you can hold your phone in place and spin it around and stuff without actually having to worry about losing it or something. Anybody has any idea what I'm talking about there?
Never
Yeah.
actually did check on these.
Let's see. Okay, CVS also has canvas packs, essentially whiteboards with paint, so you can actually paint a pony. And for something completely random in the way of random merchandise, we have Japanese Faber random merchandise. Essentially, this is a bunch of random pony stuff that is over at Faber, which is apparently a hobby store in Japan. And when I say a lot, I'm talking 4 different images full of this stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, they are not very high quality images. But it also means that we're going to have to see if we can reach out to our good friend over in Japan, Sketchy Wolf, and see if he may be willing to go over there and hoard as much as he can and put his hands on. Nudge, nudge.
I don't get it.
Right. All right, and finally, last little bit in the news, something for giggles at least. The official Australian release of My Little Pony movie includes a typo. And the corner of it actually just says My Little Pony. It's missing a T. Not exactly breaking news and insane stuff here, but I thought it was kind of funny. And now and that is about it. And now it dawns on me that I forgot to do one important thing before I got into fighting. So whoops a little bit. But yes, the Brony art Brony Show art challenge. The art challenge, the Brony Show art challenge, ponies and freak snowstorms. Of course, we also have the Rebel Scum Initiator Challenge, Octavia and a printer. Okay, what is it? The official, unofficial, Rebel opposing Warlord, do it our own way because we can't.
It more work than it needs to be, dude.
I'm trying to remember what it's actually called because I keep mixing it up in my brain.
Challenge.
The Protest Initiative Challenge, thank you. The Protest Initiative Challenge, which also is Octavia and a printer. Because why not?
My bad.
So let's go ahead and go on to the entries here, and we're gonna go with the first one, which we have as Dr. Bristle. Starting off with Ponies and Freak Snowstorms, which unfortunately involves you again this time, Toa.
Hey.
In this case,
I overheard the Protest Initiative Challenge. Of course, my stream is lagging probably significantly because I'm in game. What'd I miss? Oh, that's a drawing.
Well, I would actually debate a little bit on the term drawing here. But in this case, this is Dr. Bristle's entry, which is a combination of vectors, pony maker, and there is some drawing, though. Granted, it's the equivalent of half an egg. Wish I was kidding. So,
I'm more rounded than an egg, thank you very much.
Well, I'm talking about what it looks like from here. So, a freak snowstorm hits in the mountains, and Dr. Bristle is apparently walking up in a skin-tight snowsuit, because that makes perfect sense for a pony. And apparently Toa has been found with his head partially out of the snow and just sticking out there, asking for help.
First off, I would never be under the snow for one simple reason. I can dig my way out. Second off,
It's a freak
why
weather.
would I ask for his help?
It's freak weather. Let him have his moment. This is his way of enjoying the art challenge.
Oh, I thought you were about to say it's a free country. I'll dig my way out. It's a free country.
I'll dig my way out. It's a free country. Well, you're free to think that,
Well,
I'm
you can
sure.
Just drop me at the head.
Oh, hey, there is an Octavia and a printer.
Yes, Dr. Bristle's other challenge, which is kind of interesting. It looks like the Octavia is definitely a vector. Oh, Octavia yelling at you. So it is a vector of Octavia yelling from another artist. And it does look like the printer is one of Dr. Bristle's makings. So, yeah, Octavia is yelling at a printer. And that it jams.
Vaguely looks like an Epson, almost. Or, standard issue printer. It's a printer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm alive again. I'm alive again.
Welcome back to life.
Woohoo.
All right, and now we go on to Deathlight Productions, who has Blizzard. Nice.
I'm so creative with my names.
Hey, it works. It's a pony in a blizzard. Looks like they're also in a snowsuit, and they're wearing goggles too.
Dope. Very nice.
And somebody's dying.
Off myself to death.
Try not to
You
die.
know, and
Try not to die on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show.
okay.
We don't have insurance.
You
Oh.
have an insurance worker with us.
Yeah, the only thing I find a little weird is just the way the hat is. It almost looks like the skull is slightly caved in.
yeah, well, when you got less than an hour to draw stuff, it's like,
And here's one for the Protest Initiative Challenge. Printer. Also by Deathlight Productions. And it's pretty much exactly what you expect. It's Octavia looking straight at a printer. I'm kind of expecting to hear some sort of like epic music going up like dun 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 kind of thing.
I was trying to do like, you know, when you start printing, sometimes a cat just sits here looking at the printer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't manage it, but whatever.
I'm continuing to die.
Yeah, I noticed. All right, well, let's go on to Toakoi, who does his famous 2-in-1. We have basically what the equivalent of me walking by a window, literally seeing clear skies to sudden snow and even a snowman grimacing at what the hell just happened.
After a sandcastle was in its place to begin with.
Some Pegasus just messed up. That's it.
Now, here's the question. Where's Blinked?
He's the one that took the photo.
Ah. I see.
What do
He's in the background, so he's not actually there.
And I'm frozen to death under the pile of snow.
And
Someday somebody will dig me out.
we thought about it once or twice.
Maybe even 3
I know.
times, but too much work.
I mean, somebody will eventually unseal my bunker in the mountain.
And
only
also,
once I have internet.
and of course, I do find it funny that Octavia is actually working the printer quite successfully in this one, looking like she's working at a photo gallery and just trying to figure out what the hell these pictures are all about. She actually looks more perturbed that it's like, why do these pictures not look the same?
It's all plot. That's what it is.
Mm.
She's got the wrong film from some pony.
All right.
Yeah.
So next week's challenge, I have been inspired by the random suffering that is going on in our little talking cue here. So, challenge will be ponies and the flu. Or ponies being
Why you do
sick,
this to
ponies
me?
suffering. Well,
Why you do this to me, Circuit?
Hey, I'm just taking what you're giving me.
If I say if you do pony suffering, I will take that in a really dark direction.
No, I
So-
obviously don't want to, but ponies and the flu. Ponies and the flu.
So Cole, what's protest?
Okay. The protest initiative challenge for this week. Violence.
Ooh, violence.
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 I want some action shots. Show me some action shot violence.
Oh, we'll just do the Halloween one. Just redraw that one.
Totally not choosing this just because I'm currently playing Them's Fighting Herds. Never, never. Nope.
Are you sure this isn't because I somehow managed to go in there and just completely wreck everything that you believed in?
I mean, I still haven't
yeah,
installed the game.
I'm
I
a
need to do
noob at
that.
these games, Circuit, okay?
Hey, you think...
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea how I did that.
There you go, the one clear back from October for ponies and masks.
But since I have you here, maybe I can entice you with a fun little possibility here in the next couple of weeks, if you didn't
Lay it
hear
on
it
me.
earlier. Well, we've decided that the Brony Show is going to be doing the official Brony Show Them's Fighting Club in 2 weeks' time, where we will
Ooh.
get everybody who has the game together in a big old lobby and just beat the living shit out of each other.
Sounds good
Well,
to
I
me.
guess it means I need to actually download the game and start practicing with Arizona then.
Yep.
It means I actually have to practice more. I suck at these. I'm going to be bottom tier. But
Well,
anyways,
my best recommendation, find someone you work with well and keep practicing with them.
fair.
Don't worry, everyone will be bottom tier whenever Mike comes in.
No, CC actually has a nice little mid-range thing going on.
I actually beat CC today.
No!
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I can't accept that.
because I sat down for a moment and practiced Paprika.
Ah,
when
Good
CC
times.
when CC isn't trying, he's not all that hard to beat.
so I don't know if I should say. Does that mean he was actually
hasn't
trying
really
to beat
played
me?
this he well, I don't know.
Nah.
But
But yeah, that's the plan. So I hope that
I guarantee he'll be able to beat me again.
mm.
Yeah, but yeah, I suck at this. Anyways,
So yeah, that is
Fighting
essentially the
games
plan
forever.
that's the plan that we have for in 2 weeks' time.
Excuse
Fun.
me. I suck at
down.
all fighting games except Soul Calibur 2 because I can play Link. So now I'll just force myself to be decent with Beat Face McBeat Stick.
Sounds good.
also, while I'm here, because I'm not sure if it was mentioned earlier, just as a reminder, Derpy Hooves Day.
Oh,
It's coming.
it is coming.
This Thursday, Derpy Hooves Day. That's right.
You know, now that you brought that up, all I can think about is the adult Bab Seed. That's in like every single episode of the series up until she shows up.
Yeah, but no, Derpy Hooves Day.
Well, I'm gonna be probably in my car that day, so.
So yeah, Thursday, Derpy Hooves Day. Don't forget about it. It is March 1st, so go eat a muffin, cross your eyes, and have a good time, and praise the Lord of the Derp. The all-around best pony. Google it, and you'll
It's
find it.
Walleye. The same as what she does. I can cross my eyes.
Well, neither case works. All right, we'll go
I will
ahead
Google
and.
it right now.
But yes, remember the initiative challenge is not just for art, but it's also for writing stories, doing music, whatever you want, whatever creative side you have, bring it out, and bring it out as
And-
part of the challenge.
And bring me the
Someone's
violence.
doing a Sean thing on stream.
It's derpy.
Yeah. Sean! Yes.
Shun the
She's-
non-believer.
She's being shown as number 10 on the list. Luna's
Yeah.
number 1.
But yeah, it's derpy
I
tastic.
didn't vote in that list. Anyways, Derpy Who's. In
Nope,
my
it's
opinion,
Derpy
best pony.
Who's.
Also, if you Google best pony, just straight up Google best pony.
Best pony, it is Deppy.
I
Yes.
googled who is best pony, and it gave me a ranking chart, and I clicked on the ranking chart.
Yeah, no. If you
And
just
Derpy's
type in
probably number
best
1.
pony, then at the corner it'll say Derpy Who's fictional character, played by Tabitha Saint Germain.
What is
Once.
going on? Why is my computer lagging so bad? What'd you
Derpy
do?
is the best character.
Yep.